Welcome, everyone, to Let's Hear Your Scariest Paranormal Stories, the Paranormal Calling Show. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I will be beginning soon. Hey, the Authority fans, what is up? Hey, Aerial News UK. Welcome. Hey, Jim's Chinese, 8-bit reactor. Wow, 12 people already watching. Awesome sauce. Welcome, you guys. I'm just going to get a few more people in here before I get started. Especially setting everything up. Make sure everything's working good. Egyptian Gamer Geek. Oh, hey, Cynthia. How's it going? Cynthia Boyd, POTU. It's good to see you, my friend. Awesome talking to you tonight. Hey, TJ Smith. Much love, brother. The Egyptian Gamer Geek is in the house. Ray the fam. Good to see you, Authority fam. City Girl Country Heart. Hello, my brother. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope all is well with everybody. Good picture of that. We will be beginning shortly. Thank you, Sharpshooter, for tweeting that out. Trek Lady C in the house. Myrtle's up. Good to see you. Before we get started here, guys, make sure you tweet this out, share this out. This stream gets really epic with a lot of great call-ins because tonight is the call-in show. Gotcha. Hey, Kim Pitcher, welcome. It's so good to see you. Lee and Ladybug is in the house. Welcome, you guys. I'm going to get started here in just a minute here. Will D is in the house. The Sharpshooter is finally has arrived. worship till it's possible. Just for you guys. No love. Judgment. What's the matter? I'm not sure, man. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to HSFL Paranormal. Welcome to Let's Hear Your Paranormal Stories, the Paranormal Call-In Show, where you guys can call in and share your scariest paranormal stories. Oh my God, what is going on here? I have no idea. She rocks. Welcome to the show, guys. We have 24 people in the chat. Thank you so much, guys, for coming by. I hope you guys like that intro. I tried to make it comical, but yeah, kind of spooky. So I hope everybody did enjoy that. This is going to be an epic night tonight, full of scary stories and you guys can actually call in and share those experiences while I get to sit here and bask in my haunted house. Well, let's get started. Yeah, sharpshooter owes me dinner. Oh no. Yes, always a great time to see you. Yeah. I am crazy, guys. Let's get John to twerk tonight. Oh, you guys. You have to get 100 likes or $100 in the stream. That's the only way that I'm twerking, okay? Stipulation, $100 donation or 100 likes. Welcome to the stream. Smash that like button and share this out on Twitter. And remember to share this out on all of the social media platforms. Welcome to the show. No, I've literally lost my mind with the amount of caffeine that I've taken in tonight, but it is worth it because this stream is going to be epic. Work it. Oh, damn, Jen's Journeys. That sucks. Oh my gosh. Oh, awesome, the Authority fams. That's so cool. Well, you're definitely welcome to join in on the call-in show. Yeah, so I hope you're feeling better, 8-Bit Reactor. Good to see you, Unearthly Wanderings. Thank you guys for tweeting this out and sharing this stream. I really do appreciate it. I hope everybody is ready for one epic night of paranormal ghost stories that you guys can call. I keep thinking this is after dark. Welcome to the Paranormal Call-In Show, where it's going to be epic. Epic. Yes, always like watching overnight here on the East Coast. Yes. East Coast is awesome. I miss the East Coast a lot, actually. I just don't miss the really bad winter times. And the summers are oppressively hot. But other than that, I love the South and the East Coast. So we got 25 people in the house. Welcome, everybody. Still feeling a bit off. Found out I had a seizure last night. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that, 8-Bit. I didn't know you had seizure issues. Well, I'm about to go grab that number for the Paranormal Call-In Show, guys. Alrighty. Let's see here. Alright. So, what? Okay. Oh, that's an old message, I think. Yeah? No? Okay, never mind. 28 people watching. Thank you. Yeah, sorry to hear about that, 8-Bit. That's really rough. I will get that number out here very, very soon. Thank you for the 30 people who are watching, or 29 of you watching right now. I really appreciate it. That is awesome. 27. That is sweet. Guys, if you haven't already, please make sure you tweet this out and share this out. Oh, okay. James the Sharpshooter is already on the number. So the number is posted. Hey, Mama Cat Simple Life. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Native Grammy is in the house. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. We are going to get spooky tonight. All right, let's see here. I need to go into the editor and I'm going to automatically videos. Oh, I guess it's not up yet. Dashboard? Guess not. Videos. Strange. Sometimes it'll say it's pending already with the Google Hangout streams. But, oh well, alrighty. Sorry. Let me get back to the chat here. I told you I got it, bro. Yes, I do see that. Alrighty. Yeah, guys, please check out my other channel, Presence of the Unknown. It is a pretty awesome channel. We've been to a lot of investigations. We have a lot of epic investigations. And guess what? We are going to the Omen House this weekend in Beverly Hills. Yes, the house that is just a few hundred feet away from where Charles Manson murdered the first family, the Tate family, Roman Polanski's wife, among 4 other people inside of that house. Yes, I am talking about the Sharon Tate murders. Happened just hundreds of feet away from the Omen House. And his house is plagued with severe paranormal activity, and we're going there this weekend. It's going to be freaking nuts. She's Authority fan? Hey, Lori Johnson, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that place is going to be super creepy. You couldn't pay me to go. Oh, yeah, you couldn't pay me to go there. I was like, Cynthia, oh, come on. Yeah, that place is going to be nuts, you guys. Yeah, take holy water for sure. No, I'm bringing every religious thing I have with me to that house. What's the name of your other channel? I want to watch that, brother. It's called Presence of the Unknown. Presence of the Unknown. Okay, hold on. I think I got it. I'll have Nightbot post it. How about that? Or James. Beat you, James. No, just playing. Love you, dude. You're awesome, man. Thank you so much for posting that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, guys from Ghost Adventures went there. This place is legit. Guys, we are only a few subscribers away on Presence of the Unknown right now. We are 3 away from hitting 500 on Presence of the Unknown. And I think we can do it tonight, guys. So if you haven't already, please go to that link and subscribe to Presence of the Unknown. And you'll see us do the Omen House. And then next month, we're doing the Queen Mary. And a lot more investigations coming up soon. We might be going to meet up with some people in Nevada very soon to do some other projects. So definitely subscribe to that channel and you'll get to see some of the scary investigations that we've done, including the murder house investigation where my troubles began here at my haunted house. It actually made my house a lot worse. And then the other investigation was the Green Hotel. Yeah. So guys, please make sure you go subscribe. We're 3 away now. Hey, Hillbilly Pyro, Kelly Reynolds YouTube. Awesome. Thank you so much, K-Dog. I really appreciate it. Awesome. Yeah, this should be pretty fun, you guys. Hey, Tara the Sharpshooter. What is going on? Tara, hashtag free sharpshooter cope. Welcome to the stream. Guys, 3 away from Presence of the Unknown. Can we please hit that tonight? Guys, if you have not subscribed to Presence of the Unknown, please go subscribe to that channel. We are 3 away from 500. I think we can do that tonight for sure. Welcome to BOTU. Absolutely. I can't wait to watch that. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. You are not going to want to miss out. All right, guys. I'll do a little promotion for it in a little bit again. Yeah, I know you are, City Girl Country Heart. All right, we got 28 people in the house. The paranormal line is open to call and share your scariest ghost stories. You have to say your channel name, and when you call in, or if you're from out of the country, just let me know, and I will invite you on Google Hangout. But for those in the U.S., I prefer you to call into the Google Hangout or to the Google number as much as possible. Awesome. I'm so glad, K-Dog. That's sweet. 24 people watching. Awesome. So 3 away from 500 on Presence of the Unknown. Oh, awesome. Hey, Joyce Wanda Alkebrack. Thank you so much for joining. We are at 497. 497. We are getting close to 500 on that channel, guys. And we have our first call number. So here we go.
Call from Jen
Oh,
Maxwell.
nice. Jen's Journey.
Press 1 to send a voicemail.
Hey, Jen. It's good to hear from you.
Hi, John. I've been waiting to call you.
Oh, yay. So Jen's Journey's just joined us.
Hi, everyone.
So welcome to the stream. I think this is the first time you've called in.
The first time I called in, I did it a couple of times and used to do this as a panel.
Right, exactly. Okay, yeah. So it used to be titled something different a while ago. Now I'm kind of blanking on what the original name was, but I was going through some issues with like not getting as many people. I did my research, and this name really popped out at me. And so far, this stream has been a real success. So I'm pretty happy with the results of this live stream, and to add the call-in feature to it, I think really boosted people and drives people to want to join in and listen to the scary stories. So anyway, I got Jen's Journeys on here, and she wants to share her scariest story with us.
Well, first I want to say you should be proud of this. You've definitely done a wonderful job, and we all appreciate you for this, John.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you for being such a loyal supporter and such an awesome person to talk to, because you're always a good friend of mine here on HSFL and on YouTube here.
Likewise. So, I've spoken to you before many times. I've spoken to many people in the chat also. That I'm no stranger to the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
I do my own spirit box and dowsing rods and everything. So coming up with my scariest is hard. But I'm going to tell you one that happened in my own home, which, as you know, is usually the scariest, even though you may have seen scarier things out in the world. Okay, once you're in my home, it's a whole different level.
Oh yeah, no, I swear, some of the stuff that scares me the most is in my own house.
Yeah.
It's because you're accustomed to I'm accustomed to going on paranormal investigations, but I'm still uncomfortable with it being in my own home.
Right. It's kind of like I'll hold a snake down at Gatorland. But if I find one rolling around in my bathtub, I'm screaming and running out of the house.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because this is like, you're going into a hot spot where it could be potentially bad, but you're like ready for it. But like when you're in your home is your sanctuary.
That's a perfect word, yes.
So it definitely catches you off guard.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it just catches you off guard.
Yes, that's a great description for it. But we've always had mild activity here. Right. It was never scary. It was just like a couple of flickering lights. random footsteps, whatever. And ever since I was younger, I've been a sensitive. So I could tell, like, okay, you know what, this isn't evil, I'm not feeling bad, or hey, I had a dream of a loved one, it's them, don't worry, So that's par for the course.
Yeah.
But the other day, I was sitting home alone with my son, who's 7, who I always thought was also a sensitive. We had an incident with him telling me that there was an angel in his room, and I called in a psychic medium and a professional investigator who I work with sometimes, and they confirmed, yes, there's an ethereal energy here. This is it. Okay, so whatever. So we have an angel in the house. Cool.
Right.
But the other day, we were sitting in his room having a typical stern mom talk, and our house has like a central foyer, right? And every room looks out to it. So I'm sitting on his bed, and I look up, and I see a shadow person walk across the foyer. And I said, okay. And I felt my face go flush. And my son looked in the same direction, and he jumped off his bed and he shut the door. So, being a decent mom, I go, what's the matter, bud? He goes, I don't want him in my room.
Wow.
And I go, oh, okay. So I let the topic drop, and then I went and did my thing to contact, see who it was, and I got confirmation that it was basically just like a lost soul. And the next morning, my son comes out of his room and he goes, Mama, I'm not scared of the black guy anymore. And I said, did he hurt you? And he goes, no, Mama, he was just lost, and he told me he's sorry. And I was like, is he still here? He goes, well, I told him he can stay. I go, can you tell him to leave?
Yeah. No, the worst thing you can do is invite them to stay, because they won't leave. They won't leave.
Right, and I believe in tricksters, and I don't trust shadows people. If I see
I had a trickster demon in my house. Trust me, it was not fun.
Yeah. So I went around the house and I saged it. I used, blessed water, and so far we haven't heard anything. Nothing out of the ordinary has been going on. I mean, we still hear footsteps, but that's normal. I have a rocking chair that moves on its own, has ever since I got it. That's fine. But I was just like, I gotta tell John.
Absolutely.
There's a random shadow person in my home.
And how do you think that came into your home? Do you think it was because of the spirit box use, or how do you think that happened? Was there any suspicious deaths at the house?
My house, I live in New England, so every inch of our dirt is just soiled with death. That's just.
Oh yeah. And you live you don't only live in New England, you live in Massachusetts, which is famous for multiple horrible things. You had the Boston Strangler, you had the Salem witch trials, you had the
and I'm not far from either of those. The Boston Strangler's from my hometown, actually.
And not to mention that Boston has a lot of crime, and so do a lot of the surrounding Massachusetts areas. A lot of the to put it in perspective, the Northeast and some of the bigger cities in the Northeast make California look like Disneyland, and that goes for actually a lot of the East Coast, because I lived in North Carolina, and there was streets even in my own city that I would not drive down even during the day. And here in California, like, we have virtually no crime. Like, it's almost weird being here, because I'm like, actually, funny thing you just mentioned, that creepy asshole. And I'm sorry if that he actually owned a restaurant here in this town.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Who eats the meat pies?
Yeah, exactly. He owned a bar called The Shack here with Lacey Peterson. He actually went to college here at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo, California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how do I think he got in here? I think I attract them with or without the spirit box.
That's how I am too.
The energies just know that you're open to them.
Yeah.
They know that you're kind of like their safe zone. And I've never, ever in my entire life encountered a negative entity. And I did not get a negative vibe from them. That was, I mean, of course, took me off guard.
Yeah.
I mean, fingers crossed, I can trust my gut instinct.
Cynthia Down said, no crime. What part of California are you living in? Okay, let me rephrase that. The area where I live in has no crime. There are some cities
She's not
that...
in Compton.
No, it's not. I don't think she's in Compton. A lot of the people who like are from California that I know here are from like the Valley. The Valley has a lot of crime. Fresno, Bakersfield, Los Angeles has a lot of crime. Parts of San Diego and Orange County have a little bit, especially Santa Ana, and then you have like the Bay Area, which is high crime. But yeah, like there is some areas in California that have some pretty high crime, but it's sorry. John says her son already told him. Yeah, Lori Johnson. She said since her son already told him he could say he will. Will he leave if she tells him not to stay there? Depending on that spirit's intentions.
Yeah, it depends on the energy.
The lady, I've asked her to leave multiple times. She stays. She won't.
That's her home.
Yeah, this is her home.
You have to help her relieve her connections.
And there's nothing I can do because she was mentally insane. So.
Well, she left that with her body.
Yeah.
You know, so we have to help her break the ties. Like, this is not your home anymore. This is ours. We respect it. We love it. We'll make it a home. You know.
Oh, Jack 712. You're in San Francisco. Okay.
I'm coming to visit you. I want to go there so bad.
San Francisco is cool. I actually don't like San Francisco as much as I like Southern California. I'm one of those weirdos. I grew up in Southern California, but honestly, I like Central California just because it's a nice little farming community for the most part. It's quiet here. There's no crime. The weather's great. You don't have to worry about stuff. Like, I mean, we have like petty crime. That's the worst we have to do. Huh?
Just your husband.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I wish people would not play with spirit boxes or Ouija boards and open things up that shouldn't be open. Yeah, I kind of have a little bit of the same feeling there, Will be, for sure. I don't play with spirit boxes in my house anymore because it makes the spirituality in my house get worse. I had to stop.
I think that's the key word there, play.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get into them until you've done your research, you've spruced up your protection,
yeah.
You understand the risks. And I say in all of my videos, because I do the spirit box in my home.
Mm-hmm.
I test out different apps for people, and I say in every single video, this is not a game. If you're scared, don't do it because they prey on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make sure you know what you're doing before you even contemplate downloading one of these apps.
Yeah, even the apps, or I mean, you're playing with the portal, and it's dangerous. If you do not have the protection, if you're not strong with your faith, it can bite you in the ass.
Definitely.
If you do not have protection, you are opening up. Oh yeah. I mean, I had a horror story, and I have a strong faith. I go to church now, and like I mean, I always have gone to church, but I took a hiatus trying to find a church here. I was kind of church shopping, if that makes sense, because there's only one really good church here, to be honest. I'm used to being Southern Baptist, and like I have a very strong Southern Christian-based religious view on things, and moving back here to California, I lost that. So I went to more of a non-denominational Christian-based group, and I used to be a Sunday school teacher, and so I used to teach I used to teach the kids about this kind of stuff, like about how many times the Bible actually connects to the paranormal. It's over 53 times. I mean, there's tons of evidence that this stuff exists, and it's nothing to play around with. And the devil and the demons will often present themselves as the innocent in order to mess with people, and you can die.
Always be hesitant if a child approaches you. I know that sounds
and that's
cold,
how I got my
anyone
demonic
listening,
possession.
Always be hesitant about children's stares. That is the most common way to be tricked, because they know that gets our hearts. That gets us, and we're going to trust a child. Oh, an innocent child. Always approach them with the most caution.
Absolutely, and I totally concur. Cryptid559, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, I mean, you're often playing with a lot of danger, and that's why I won't touch a Ouija board. I mean, just so many bad things. I had to tell my friend he wanted to do a challenge with the paranormal, which was playing with fire. He bought a divot box. And if anybody knows what that is, he has opened 2 of them already. And he's like, oh, nothing happened. My spirit box didn't react. The second it brought to his door around 6:30 p.m., he had it delivered to his house. And immediately at 6:30, I felt really bad. And I called him up. I'm like, dude, did that divot box arrive? He's like, how'd you know? I'm like, dude, something is wrong with that thing. I had the intuition, and the second he put it in his room, he started feeling sick again. And I'm like, get that fucking thing out of your house. I'm sorry to cuss people, but this is not a joke. This is really scary stuff. And he brought it into his house. He was about to open it tonight inside of his house. And I had to call him and tell him, like, dude, I am feeling super uneasy about this thing. This thing is out to hurt you. I feel like if you open this in your house, you're going to open up a can of worms. It ain't worth the views on YouTube.
Right. And for those who don't know what a divot box is, a divot box is actually part of Jewish culture, a way to protect your family if there's demonic energy in your home. Mm-hmm. You basically lock the demon in that box.
And seal it.
And seal it with wax all around you.
And you have to put spiritual trinkets inside of that box to keep it held inside of there. Now, to reopen that box, and this person was supposedly playing with some really dark magic, according to the paperwork that they sent with it. And that's how they got that. They conjured that demon and put it in that box.
That's even worse.
Yeah, because you don't know what kind of demon you're putting in that box. Mm-hmm. Opening it is extremely stupid and dangerous.
Especially in your home. I mean, it can attach to you no matter where you open it, but why would you want to open it?
I said, if you're going to open it out of anything, make sure you put a huge line of salt around that box. Make sure you seal all the entrances and exits with salt, and make sure you have holy water on handy. And I'm like, dude, I'm really nervous about even doing that, because if it attaches to you or one of your roommates or your dog or something, your life is going to become a living hell.
Absolutely. It's going to drive you mad.
It's going to drive you mad. It's going to make you sick. And there's 3 stages of demonic possession, and it was written out in a guideline by Ed and Lorraine Warren back, I think it was in the 70s or 60s. And they actually wrote a guideline. It was basically like the attachment itself, the infestation of either the house or the person, and then the 3rd stage is your full possession. And like, it's nothing to play around with. I mean, it's pretty scary story. Like I mean, they have stuff that I would never go into Ed and Lorraine's. Oh my God, I would never go into their occult museum. Either that or the Zach Baggins. I would be really, really nervous about going into Zach Baggins' museum.
Well, that's the thing about all these as you put it, occult museums and occult shops. Everything has some sort of energy field around it. Mm-hmm. So you don't know what the energy of attached to these items is, even behind glass.
Oh yeah.
Energy can go through glass. So you don't know what you're presenting yourself to. You don't know what's in there. I mean, that's true for any museum.
Oh yeah.
You know, but why would you put yourself in harm's way? Again, if you have your protection in order, if you have, you know, your prayers, your circle of light, whatever philosophy you follow, if you're protected, okay. But far too many people think it's funny. They want the adrenaline rush. You know, look at the haunted houses, you know, and I think that's where we're getting into trouble, you know. And for us, people who take it seriously and who want to do it more scientifically and actually learn, we're looking like the bad guys because people who don't know what they're doing.
Right. Yeah, it's like when I went to the cemetery, and there's a lot of people practicing the cult stuff at that cemetery, and it's probably one of the reasons that place is as haunted as it is. It's because I've caught kids playing with Ouija boards in that cemetery on Halloween, and that probably doesn't even amount to the amount of stuff that happens when I'm not there, because I don't like going there. It's so messed up.
That's not Halloween.
Yeah. And not only that, there's like people drop pentagrams and do Satan worshiping on a stump. We found like melted black candles on that stump, and that no matter how many times we go there, no matter how bad the weather is or the rain, that pentagram is always there on that stump.
Well, a pentagram is actually usually a sign of peace. It's calling in Mother Nature, her four elements: earth, air, water, fire, and the fifth being spirit. So the pentagram is not always attached to negativity, and black candles in many pagan cultures are actually for protection.
Okay, gotcha.
So you know that could have been someone maybe doing Dia de los Muertos work, almost. You know, but still, if they are doing magic and they don't know what they're doing, they're still opening a portal without the proper knowledge. We don't know.
Yep. I just know this town enough that a lot of people play with some pretty dark stuff, and this town has a dark history by itself. There was whole towns that got wiped out by the mercury that used to flow through the waters just north of here. People went insane and killed themselves. Like, I mean, plus we have an abandoned we have an active cult town called the Temple of the People. I don't even like saying their name, but that place creeps me the hell out. We couldn't even drop that footage in fear of like them finding us out and trying to go after us. They are like,
don't want to mess with that.
They have some ties to Jim Jones and his family and his cult, so we don't want to have anything. We've been watched by them. It's creepy.
It sounds it. But you guys also know what you're doing. You and Joe are very intelligent. You know, you know how to protect yourself. You know when something's wrong, and the most important part is you trust your gut. So many people ignore that little voice. That little voice knows a hell of a lot more than that big brain does.
What about that house that Omar went to and opened the divot box?
Oh, the doctor's house? No, wait. Omar opened it in the garage. That garage is freaky as all hell. They're still going back there.
Oh no, I think they were talking about that murder house that they went to where Joe opened the divot box. That Omar had given him. Yeah. That house is crazy.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, that house was majorly haunted even before.
Watch what it does to Patty's. When they open in the garage, watch what it does to Patty's spirit box. And there is no cut in that video. Yes, I do take everything with a grain of salt, but there is no cut in that video, and that would have been some crazy special effects for her to do. So I believe that happened.
Oh yeah.
It burnt her hand.
There's some things that you just don't mess with.
Right, and demons are definitely on top of that list.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still not allowed by the priest who told me, who was in my house doing the exorcism, told me not to share that photo on social media or to any of my followers because of the evil that was attached to it. But
Great. And I mean, if we can get their voices through electronics, why can't we get their energy through it?
right.
You know, so I agree. Definitely, don't put it on something that projects. You know.
Like I have that photo on my phone, and I every time like I get near that photo, I scroll as fast as I can past it because I don't want to see it because it just freaks me the
Right.
f- out. And I'm so glad that thing is out of my house.
I am too. That sounds horrifying.
That tortured me for over a month. And I'm still wondering if there's an item in this house or under this house that something's attached to because for 3 weeks now I haven't heard anything crawling. It sounded like something was clawing from underneath the floorboard, and tonight was the first night I started hearing it again. It sounded like it was coming from under the cabinets. And when I went outside and looked underneath the house with a flashlight, there was nothing there.
Nothing there. Well, I know that a lot of California is also ancient native ground.
Burial ground. Not
We have
this
a lot of
not
that
this
here.
particular neighborhood, but not too far away from here it was. They're actually right under a portion of our downtown area. There is a Native American burial ground, and it's well known. And then there's another spot just outside of town to the north of us that was a big burial mound. Somebody actually built property on top of it, and everybody who's I talked to in this area, they're like, "Oh yeah, that they've already started having paranormal experiences at that place." And it's only been there for like 3 years.
Native spirits, man.
No,
A lot of native tribes live their physical lives preparing to live in the spirit world. You know.
in that video with Patty in the garage, they hadn't even opened that stupid box yet when it burned her and ruined her spirit box. Yeah, it's still, just because it's closed doesn't mean that it's not bad what's in those boxes. You're playing with fire, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, it's no joke. So do you have any other stories?
I have one more that's actually more interesting. My nephew's dorm room is haunted.
Ooh.
He's cool with it. You know, it's a friendly person. But he actually did ask me to go there and use my spirit box and help him figure it out. So we figured it out that a young man did die of a seizure in that room. So it wasn't a murder, it wasn't a tragic death or anything, you know. And you know, he turns the TV on and everything for him. So all they wanted to do was see if we can connect them. And I said, okay. So while I was down there, I also was helping my nephew prepare for a talent show. And it started to downpour on us, and we're pushing all this heavy equipment up a big steep hill. And his shoe comes untied, and we're like, no, just go. We'll tie it when we get up the hill. And this girl came out of nowhere and opened the door. And we're like, oh my God, thank you. You know, it was kind of dark, so who knows where she came from. And she didn't say a word, and she just kind of like, just helped us, you know, didn't say anything, and smiled and nodded. And my nephew reached out and he hugged her and he said, thank you so much, you saved our butt. And, you know, she just smiled and she walked away. And he went down to tie his shoe, it was already tied. Mm-hmm. And he ran out of the hall to see the girl, and there was nobody in the hall. Now, this is an old New England 1800s hall where you hear click, click, click the whole way, you know what I mean? So we didn't hear her, we didn't see her, and he's like, Auntie, what the F was that? I'm like, you got a guardian angel.
Oh, wow.
But that actually was kind of like, wow, I've never seen anything like that in my life. Flesh and bones, this girl was like. You know?
It keeps sounding like something is like walking towards our front door, and then it stops.
Let it stop.
but it's happened like
I
3
do
times.
recommend you. I don't know if you got my message, but I highly recommend you look into hyssop.
What is that again?
Protection. Hyssop is an ancient. It's actually mentioned in the Bible. The verse is, "Clean me with hyssop, and I will be cleansed. Bathe me in it, and I will be whiter than snow," or something like that. And hyssop is extremely powerful for banishing negative energy and bringing it back to like a completely cleansed stage. Make hyssop water. You basically just steep hyssop in water, and it's excellent it actually is much more powerful than sage in banishing. Sage is really good for neutralizing, and I highly recommend that you still continue saging, because saging is very beneficial. But if you're having a lot of activity, I would do a little bit of research into hyssop.
Absolutely. I'll definitely
research. John, you don't want anything coming after you.
Nope. Been there, done that. Won't do it again. Yep, for sure.
All right, well, I will not hog the phone line anymore. Thank you very much.
No, absolutely. Thank you. No, thank you so much for calling in. Alrighty. Awesome. Thank you so much. Bye. All right, guys, that was Jen's Journeys. What an amazing story. Awesome conversation. Lots of really good key points. Share your spooky stories, and the call line is now open once again. So definitely, guys, call in. Thank you for the 33 thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. Much love and light. Oh, we got a call from Pennsylvania. Hey there, Jack712. How you doing? The caller from Anderson, California. I'll pick you up next. All right, hold on. Over.
Time for a story. Now, I feel like I'm always going to cough, like out of a coughing fit. That's just going to get on my nerves.
Sorry, what was that?
Like, during the story with the previous person, like, while it was going on, I was having a coughing fit every story. I'm like, God damn it. What is wrong with me?
That's strange, huh?
Yeah, but I actually mentioned it somewhere in the chat, but my sister had a few stories, and I guess one of them happened to my mom. Another one happened to her, and then another one happened to my sis. But the main one that I can only explain clearly is how my sis feels whenever we go over to my grandpa's house on my mom's side of the family. Because a very close family member to me, her, and my family passed away when I was in the 2nd, 3rd grade. And every time we go there, I start to feel like I'm very warmed up. I all of a sudden feel like I have a fire in me. Well, my sis, she feels very weird. She senses our grandma, or great grandma, actually, there. And it is amazing because me and my sis barely knew anything I barely know anything about my family's religion, my parents' religion. I'm still kind of getting used to it, but it's still kind of weird because every time I go over there, like, I'll feel normal, and then my sister would stay outside the house or go into the backyard. And actually, I just realized there's a second story that happened at my grandpa's house. And it happens every time my baby aunt goes over to his house. Because last time I went over there to get s'mores, like make s'mores in the backyard. And we were like dancing to Moana music, and all of a sudden she stopped and stared into the darkness. And I looked in the exact direction that she was looking at, and I think me and her both saw it. She had started crying for some reason. And I turned my head and looked, and for a split second, for 1 second, I thought like a figure of a woman run past in the backyard.
Wow.
I got so confused. And then when I got home, when I was getting away from the house, I had a sudden chill on my spine. And I had a jacket, pants, I had a cozy, and all of a sudden, goosebumps. And I wasn't even thinking about the situation at all. And then, of course, I get home and I tell Chris about this. I got so confused. Like, I barely, for that moment, those few minutes, I didn't remember the state of what had happened. And great, I'm twitching. Why am I now twitching? There's nothing wrong with me, yet I'm twitching.
How strange. Wow.
Honestly, Chris has noticed every time he tells a story, or I hear a story basically that's kind of part of paranormal, it's kind of either I'll start to shake, or twitch, like either my hand or my neck. Lately, I've been hearing a lot of stories, and my hand has only been shaking. Now, my hand is shaking right now at this moment, but just a second ago, my neck had twitched. So I hit my head into my lap. But there's only a little piece, like little bits and pieces that my sister had told me of the other two stories. But the only one that really startles me from all the stories that she has told me, she has woken up one time and was paralyzed. Couldn't move, couldn't get up. Then there's also something that happened to me when we were painting my room. Because I guess I now sleepwalk. I sleep, move, gas, and move in my room. Because when we were fixing my room up and painting it, I was in my sister's room to sleep. And at about 3 in the morning, 3:30, I had sat up. I was still asleep. I sat up apparently, fixed my bed, the mattress I was laying on, and laid back down.
Wow.
I woke up to my comforter completely straight and comfy. Like I just laid in a newly made bed. I questioned it.
Wow.
I wasn't even awake. Like, what?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, most people who have had one paranormal story have many. So, I am going to get to the next caller, and I really appreciate you for coming up and sharing your story. But thank you so much for sharing that, and love to have you call in again. Alrighty, no problem. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Alright, take care. Alright, you guys. The call line, I'm going to get back over to the Anderson, California call. here.
Please leave your message for email.
Okay. If that person would like to call back into my number, I would really appreciate it. Hey, Technetic Beats, welcome to the stream. Okay, no problem. So we have, oh, here we go.
From Cynthia.
Hey, Cynthia, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, and hope you're doing good tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, everybody. You know what? I really don't have a super scary thing. I just want to ask you something. I'm really curious about something.
Okay.
You're going to the Sharon Tate house, right?
We're going to a house that's 200 yards from the Sharon Tate house, but is incredibly active.
And you've seen the footage on this, correct?
Yes, this house is really, really paranormally active and nuts.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, over, John. What are you looking for? Is what I want to know.
We just want to get more concrete evidence of the paranormal actually existing, and what better to go to than actually going to the house nearby where this awful event had happened and trying to prove that there's life after death. And plus, we got invited to go to a party at that house, so it sounds pretty cool. And we actually get to do it.
You're going to a freaking party there?
Yeah, there's he's hosting a full event for us. So far, I know that we are the only investigators going to this place, and so there's like a full rack of ribs and a barbecue dinner being prepared for us, like the whole 9 yards. It's gonna be pretty epic investigation. And then we have the whole night to investigate this property. But I am aware of the crazy stuff that happens at this house.
Oh, I know. I mean, and the lower you go in the house, the worse it gets, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm worried for you, man, because you and I both know that, the paranormal is nothing to mess around with. Mm-hmm. And I just worry about you. That's all. Because I heard this place is like insane.
Oh yeah.
Insane.
No, I was just watching the video from that house, and they had another paranormal group. I think they were from San Diego or something, and they were doing like kind of like a spirit box session, and the candle actually blew itself out and knocked over.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You see?
I mean, this place.
I'm worried for you, dude.
This guy's built his whole channel on the CCTV cameras that he runs on his house.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. Now, does he okay, I don't mean to be rude, but does he charge some for you guys to get in there or something?
So he is buddies with the head guy Joe on our team, and we have some mutual connections. So we're gonna get a little bit of a discount. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty wild. I think it's gonna be it's $60 a person. So it's gonna be.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
And we get to stay overnight. So.
You're staying overnight in the house?
Yeah. Because we want to stay in.
You than me.
This isn't my first overnight investigation by far.
I know, but I'm a chicken. You're the doer. I'm the watcher.
Yeah, I mean, I've done some pretty ballsy stuff in the paranormal field. Some stuff I wish I never did.
I would think so. It scares me. It scares me to death, this stuff, man. But you're the doer. I'm the watcher.
I actually spent all night in a haunted cemetery in North Carolina that was a Civil War. It was a segregated cemetery, and the gate by accidentally closed on us while we were investigating. We were stuck there all night.
You keep talking about North Carolina stuff. My son just moved there. Now you scare me with that.
North Carolina is incredibly haunted in a lot of areas because it was a site of a lot of battlegrounds. Plus, you had all of the plantations and the slaves that died on that land. Plus, you had the yellow fever and cholera outbreaks that rampaged through the South. Plus, all of the innocent people that died during the Revolutionary and Civil War. I mean, there's a lot of history there.
Yeah.
Plus, you had people. Plus, you had, and I know it's a dark part of the past, but you had people get lynched. I mean, it's a whole horrible part of the Southern history. Yeah.
A long dark history, especially from the Civil War.
Yeah.
You know, I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, but, North Carolina for the longest time was the headquarters for the KKK.
Oh, I know. I'm just crossing myself. Yeah, there. But also I wanted to ask you something else. You know the Dybbuk box that you know how I came to your channel was through Patty.
Oh, really? You found my channel through Patty?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You were on your fourth show, and Patty said your name on her show. I went, what? Patty said somebody's name. Usually they're very good. And she liked you. So I went, okay, I'm going to go check you out. And I loved your sense,
Awesome.
Yeah,
I've actually been on Patty's show, which I didn't know she brought people on her show. And one day she was doing a panel, and she goes, hey, HSFL, would you like to come up? And I'm like, me? Out of all these people here, you want to have me on your thing?
That's the show I saw you on, yeah.
So that blew my mind.
And ever since then, I've been watching you, man. And I'm glad she picked you, John, because you're an honest guy. And you're really down to earth, and you really just tell it like it is, and whatever comes, to your channel, you just let it all hang out, as in California say, So, but also I want to ask you about Dybbuk box. What happens? Okay, they put all the spirits in there, right?
So the original stories that I heard from the Dybbuk box related to World War II. At least to my knowledge that I had read, was when the people in Auschwitz and the other concentration camps would put the demonic energies that they were getting off of like the negative aspects of being in the concentration camp. They believed that those places had a lot of demonic energy, and they would place that into those boxes. And it had to deal a lot with the Nazis. And they put like their trinkets. They put like
when you're amongst evil occurs.
Yep. So
what I was wondering is when they do the Dybbuk box and they have it and they seal it and everything, do they bring it with them? Because I noticed there are
they used to carry. Okay, so a lot of the ones that are created now are created by people now in these days that practice really dark magic. It's like the bad side of the Wicca group, like the dark witches, who put these demonic entities into these boxes. I just want to say real quick, hey, Technic Beats, I'm sorry I missed your thing. You said, John, you live in California, you should check out the San Gabriel Mission. We are planning to hit the some locations in LA this coming weekend. When we go there, because we're planning on going to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery to visit that place where all the stars are buried.
That'll be cool.
And then we're going to be doing the Omen House, among other. We're going to try to spend a few days there, and then we're going back in February. If we miss the location in LA, because there's a ton of them, we're planning on also going to we actually are for sure going to the Queen Mary on the 23rd of February.
Oh, I was wondering if you were going to hit the Queen Mary.
Yeah, so we're finally got it in plan. We're meeting up with the Haunted Explorers, Murad. We're meeting up with Paranormal Wales UK. His name is John, I believe, too. And Psycho Ghost Trackers from Chicago. So it's going to be.
Sounds like it's going to be a joint venture and very fun.
And so I'm going to see if I could take the next 2 days off after that. because me and Murad might split up right after that and drive up to Tonopah, Nevada to the Clown Hotel. Not 100% sure if that's in the works, but it's something I want to work on. Hey, Bridget Cooler. When were you on Patty's channel? This was a while ago. This was probably about 3, 4, 5 months.
This was like your fourth show, right?
Well, no, I've been doing this show for a while. It was just titled something different. But Patty comes into my streams once in a while.
Oh, okay.
I'm a moderator on her. She actually subscribed to my channel. She actually comes in here once in a blue moon. Sometimes she kind of lurks a little bit too. But yeah.
Oh, understood. Yeah, but I was wondering with that Dybbuk box thing, do they have to bring them from family to family? Or
I think so.
Bury them and leave them there?
I think a lot of them pass it from family to family. I know Zach Baggins Museum, he has an original like concentration camp era Dybbuk box that will make basically anybody sick just from getting near it. They haven't even cracked it open. They won't because of the evil inside of that thing. It made this person's house haunted just having the box closed.
Yeah, my girlfriend went to his museum thing. She said it was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool.
Yeah, you actually have to sign a health waiver in order to go into that place.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. $60 to get in, and it's really cool. She says it's really interesting, all the things you see.
Technetic Beat says, John, my American Indian tribe is indigenous to Los Angeles areas. My ancestors built the missions along the coast. One of them named San Gabriel Mission. Wow.
Are they Pomo Indians?
That's what I was thinking. Because here I know they're Chumash. Oh, the Gabrielino. Huh. That's cool. That's awesome history.
My grandfather was Seminole.
Oh, okay. Native to Florida, yeah. Mm-hmm. We have a little bit of... We have a tiny bit of Cherokee from North Carolina in us, but very, very minute. We only traced it to one member, and it was like a great aunt, and it was all the way back in the Civil War era. And she was only, I think, a quarter native during that time, and she married, of course, my great-great-grandfather. They fled the Civil War from Smithfield, and we actually have one of his Civil War journals at my dad's place in Georgia, and some historical artifacts where we trace him back to fighting in the Battle of New Bern, which is in New Bern, North Carolina, which is about 2.5 hours away from Smithfield.
Is your family from North Carolina?
My family originates on my dad's side from North Carolina, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my cousins, my aunt's husband all come from North Carolina.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And my dad lives in Georgia. I have some relatives in, I have one relative, I guess, in South Carolina. The other one, I have my stepsister that lives in Kansas City. I have another relative. I have family in Texas, Arizona, California. I mean, they're kind of all over the place. But my dad's side originates from North Carolina.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, well, thanks for clearing that Dybbuk box up thing, because I wasn't sure if it went from family to family. And also, that house that Dybbuk box was in, that Joe opened the Dybbuk box, I thought he was so stupid to do that, by the way. Mm-hmm. But anyway, he opens the Dybbuk box up into his house.
In the house. In the already haunted house.
It's unreal. I know.
Oh, I know.
Right?
He should not have opened it up in that house because he just brought another negative entity. And that house was full of stuff that the people just left there because that house was already too fucked up.
Yeah, they were so afraid to even bring anything that it would bring it with it.
Oh yeah. You
They
couldn't have
left
paid. You
everything
couldn't
there.
pay me to go in that house.
Oh no.
That's
My
one
God.
house I would be
Remember the
very,
footage
very
where
nervous.
He turns around, there's nothing there in the hallway, and then he turns around again, and the chair's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it took him 2 seconds. There's a chair sitting there. I'm like, what?
Tekinetic Beat said California has actually recognized our tribe and issued a public apology, but the federal government will not claim us. But when they do, we are ready to build the first Indian casino in Los Angeles. My hat's off to you, brother. I hope that works out.
Yeah, me
too. Bridget Cooler, I just added you as a moderator on my channel. Hey, we got Mike Earl. What is going on? Thank you so much for coming by. 30 people in the house. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Alrighty. Well,
I'm a moderator too, everybody. Don't forget to like.
Yes, guys, make sure you smash that like button. We're at 40 likes right now, guys. Thank you so much.
So, okay, yeah, I was just wondering if you saw that footage where all this crap was happening inside that house.
Oh yeah, that house freaks me out, and I think it's in Florida, and there's not a snowball's chance in hell I'd ever go there.
No, and then like
there's some locations I refuse to go back to anywhere. One of those houses is the murder house. I will never step foot anywhere near that property again, and that's only 45 minutes away from where I live. That house was just as equivalent to what that property was. There was poltergeist activity. There was possession. That's where I got my negative demon, the energy that I had in my home. I will never go back in that house.
Why did they call it the murder house?
Because there was 6 murders in 15 years.
Oh, okay.
And they actually had found a body underneath their house during the housing inspection, and actually found what he was poisoned with not too far away from the body. He was poisoned with arsenic.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. The house was used for human trafficking too. There was a lot of evil in that house.
Wow. Talk about negative energy.
Yeah. And then what I thought was a little child named Carlos ended up being the demon that attached itself to me.
Is that the one that came to your house that tricked you?
Yep.
Oh man. See, you won't get tricked again, will you? You learned your lesson on that one.
And right after we got into the car, I smelled the smell of rotting flesh, and it was in the house.
Oh man.
And I knew I fucked up at that point.
You were talking about worrying about stuff in your house, and I was thinking with the girl before, the first girl that came on, that, your house is your sanctuary, like you said. And so when you go home, you want to go home. You know, you want to go home to
Well, I mean, I was already comfortable with the spirituality that was already in my house from what had gone on in here previous. The neighbors behind us were involved in a murder-suicide. And I used to frequently talk to the lady who was killed by her husband on the spirit box. And I literally got it confirmed on the spirit box that it said, he shot me. And stuff like that. So, and then the lady who lived in this house died. So and her name was Janet, and I literally got that off the spirit box and confirmed it with property records. It was too much of a coincidence, and I was like, I gotta check this out, and it turned out to be 100% true. So,
well, you confirmed it then. So well, you seem like you're doing okay with her. I mean, come on, she doesn't seem like she's really pulling that much crap.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, sometimes you just have to live with what you have.
Yep. So now that demonic energy is gone, but I still have a lot of the other energy, and I think I did invite some unwanted energy into my house. It's been quiet lately, but it has its moments where it peaks back.
Well, just remember, positive energy always overcomes negative energy.
Oh yeah, so and God always overcomes the devil.
Yes, exactly.
So that's why.
I couldn't have said it better.
And good will always triumph over evil. And I actually had that said on my spirit box one day. So I was doing a spirit box session, and it literally said, war. And I was like, okay, now you have me intrigued. What are you at war with? I said, is this a war between good and evil? Immediately after said that, my spirit box went to red, or my EMF K2 meter went to red.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
every time I said, who's at war? And it then said angel and then said evil.
Wow.
So, I mean,
that's creepy in itself, but kind of cool.
yeah. So I had made that video. It was called Spirits at War. It's on my channel. It was my last spirit box session actually I did in my home before everything went ass backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Jessica R.
Okay.
Hey Lynn Wright. Good to see everybody.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you go so everybody else can have a chance or, do whatever they want. Hi, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. And, hey, I'm a Southern Baptist, too, so right on.
Woo! Heck yeah. Awesome.
Okay, John, you have a good evening.
You too.
Thanks, Sharpshooter, for putting my stuff up.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
Sharpshooter's awesome. Much love, Sharpshooter.
Isn't he great? He's really cool.
He is
He's
awesome.
Really sweet man. Yeah. Okay.
So,
take it easy, dude.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Bye-bye.
All right, take care. So, guys, that was Cynthia. Sorry about that. Cynthia Downs just came on and spoke with us. So that was super cool. Yes, you are, Sharpshooter. Shut up. No, James, you're awesome, bro. Couldn't do this without you, man. Hope everybody's enjoying this. Hey, everyone, stopping by before bed. Love you all. Yes, you are, James. All right. So the call line number is open again. If you want to call into the show, yes, God will always win over evil. Amen. All right. So we are at 46 likes, you guys. 46 likes. Awesome sauce. Ooh, we got another caller from Allentown, New Jersey. Oh. Hey, City Girl Country Heart. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Okay, I guess. Since the last time when I was up in this channel, I learned a lot of things about my house. The neighbor across the street, she has lived in her house for 77 years. Her and her first husband built it. And within a year after them moving in, the house I'm in was built. In the last 30, 40 years, there's been quite a few owners. And we were talking one day before Christmas, and I asked her, when you had the house, because she rented it, I said, did you ever experience anything weird in there? And she goes, no, but there might be something over there. And I asked her what she meant, and she was telling me that because of the way meth has gotten around the area over many years, that the house I'm in has had 4 people die in it, 2 were murdered, and 2 were drug overdoses. One lady that owned this at one time rented it out to her daughter, the house out back, and was living back there, and she died. And there was a house fire, and she ended up burning to death.
Whoa.
And then, I saw that Native Grammy, hello.
Hey, Native Grammy.
And then the house that was next door, it had 2 people die there, both of drug overdoses.
Wow.
So I said, really? And we were talking about it, and I said, because, well, like I told you before, I had seen my husband because he passed away over a year ago, but I've seen him in here. I've physically seen his face and everything.
Wow.
And then over the last 6 months, 4 to 6 months, I've been seeing other things and other figures of different sizes and heights. And I'm not asking her about she was heavy set. And the one was a man. He was real tall and skinny. And I'm asking her all these different about how they look. And she's like, yeah, that's how they look. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
But every time I see him, it's like, this is my home. I live here with my family. You're not welcome here.
Right.
The house is fine. It's safe. You need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going.
Right.
Like I told you when I was on the show, I grew up in a house that had spirits. It has like 7 to 10 spirits in it. Mm-hmm. And not all of them were nice. So I'm used to this. I can tell when something's around me. And it's just crazy, some of the things I'm dealing with here. And
right.
I think the hardest part is, I think my son is sort of sensitive because he's seeing things, and when he's telling me different things he's seen, because he's able to see like little figures out of his eye, and they're in his room, so he won't sleep in his room most of the time. He ends up sleeping on my futon. And so I'm the one that's in there, and I can tell there's something in there. And it's crazy. And one of the things I wanted to ask you, how long have you been talking about the Omen House?
Quite a while.
Tonight was the first time. Tonight's the first time I've heard you talk about it.
We've been interested probably since November. November is when I first heard about it.
You want to hear a crazy story? 2 days before New Year's Eve, I had a dream. It was about you and something for the unknown, and you guys were in a cemetery. And then, after you left the cemetery, because you had gotten, in that dream, you had gotten a whole bunch of activity. One of you got attacked. You guys went for a drive up into the mountains to a huge house. I didn't know what it was. It looked familiar. I'd seen it before. I couldn't remember where. And then you said tonight that you were going to the Omen House. I looked it up, and it was the same house.
Wow. So something bad happened in this dream?
In the dream, before we're at the Omen House, in the dream you were at a cemetery. And then that you were at the cemetery for just a little while, and one of you got attacked by something. And then you left and went up in the mountains to the house. And it just happened to be the same house in my dream.
Wow.
I know I've never had dreams like that before. And only recently have I been having dreams like that in the last 2 months.
Wow, that's so wild and strange. I mean, yeah. I mean, this house has literally been making me nervous for a little bit. But I came to the conclusion that God is more powerful than what's inside of that house. And that I did a lot of praying on it. And I finally was like, okay, I think I'm comfortable with going through the evil that in that house. You just can't show fear, and you need to know that God is more powerful than what's in that house. That was how I was able to overcome the demon that was in my house.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
To let people know, I'm not going to answer your phone if there's no caller ID. I don't like that whole ordeal, so I'm just gonna let you know flat out. Please do not call me from a restricted number, because I'm gonna treat it like a troll and I'm not gonna answer it. I just don't like it.
That's why I told you.
The only people that use no caller ID is cops and assholes. So most of the time, I mean, not to say that people are trying to protect their number. But you can call in with another Google Voice number if you feel comfortable with that, or if you have another way. If you're the one who's trying to, yeah, please tell them to put star 82 first. I'm not sure what that does, but yes, I'm sorry. I won't touch the cookies anymore, I promise. I almost forget that I'm on live stream sometimes, and I didn't really get much of a dinner, so bear with me. Who's? Oh, night, Sherry and Ricky's vlogs. Much love and light. Take care. Thank you so much for coming by. Oh, it unlocks caller ID. Oh, I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Huh. Tell them to star 82 first. Huh. Okay. Hey, Black Eyed Shorty, how's it going? I mean, you can call me. Just please let me know heads up if you're gonna. Just like, please let me know heads up if you're gonna call me from a restricted number, so I know it's you and not somebody who's gonna be rude and obnoxious. That's all I ask.
Had that problem.
That's why I have it with the Google Voice number, so you have to say your channel name so I can accept it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like some of the places I've seen you go, and it's a really cool place. And I've been watching videos, and I've been watching her because of the unknown videos. But I've had friends that have been going to some of these really well-known, well-haunted places like Bobby Mackey's.
Bobby Mackey's is on my dream list.
They spent like $150 to get tickets to go there, and it's like, oh my gosh, there's no way on earth you can catch me in that place. Nope. My dream thing, yes, I would love to go on the ghost hunt. I lived in a town that had ghosts all over the place.
Right.
It's up in New Jersey. Burlington is on historical map for a couple old presidents. George Washington had a house there. Ulysses Grant had a house there. It was part of the Underground Railroad for slaves to help them get their freedom. And there's a lot of historical stuff. Like here in South Carolina, I found out a few weeks ago that the mall that's here in Anderson, it's built on an Indian grave site.
Oh wow.
And asking my neighbor about he was when they started digging up the ground, they were digging up all these graves, and they put everything back and layered dirt over top of it, and built them all there.
Wow.
It's like, no wonder I will feel right when I'm in. I can't think on it.
What part of South Carolina are you in?
I'm in Anderson.
Okay.
It's right off of 85.
Yeah. Is that past Florence and Columbia?
Florence and Columbia are more in the middle of the state. That's over 2 hour drive from me.
Okay. Anderson.
If you're on the western side of the state, going past like Greenville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Greenville is north. It's an hour north.
So I think you go into South Carolina, or you go into that area before you switch over, because I used to have to drive to Georgia a lot to go to my dad's house, and I probably drove on 85 at one point to go towards his house.
Yeah, it's the main loop-de-loop. I call it a loop-de-loop because it's constantly going up and down.
Yeah.
And I swear the drunk that built it because they couldn't make one part of that damn highway straight.
Is that going to the Blue Ridge Mountains of South Carolina?
Yeah, because where my friend lives down in Elberton, Georgia. Elberton, Georgia is in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my dad lives closer to Albany, Georgia. Theirs is Highway 82, but that was a hike from Wilmington. That was about a 8-hour drive, and I stupidly, when the first time I went there, I missed the first exit. I missed the exit to go towards Albany, and I ended up having to detour through Atlanta. Oh my God, that'll never happen again. That was an 11.5 hour drive.
You wouldn't have to driving on a road going through Atlanta.
Oh
Again,
God, I was in traffic for 2.5 hours. It was awful.
That's where my husband and I went down to Florida to visit my younger stepdaughter, and we had to go through Atlanta on 85. And I said, we're not going this way again. We'll go on the bumpity 95 back up. I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
We spent, it was bumper to bumper going through that, and it was a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
Like some of the things people don't realize here in South Carolina, I have a friend that lives up in Fairplay, just a little past 85, and there's been big towns up there.
Oh shit! Oh, sorry, guys. I lost the call. I think. I don't know if I'm gonna get that one back. City Girl Country Heart, if you could please call me back. I pushed the wrong button trying to hit the off button for the YouTube thing, and right now all of a sudden decided to do a. There we go.
Call from City Girl Country Heart.
I'm so sorry about that. That was. I pushed the wrong button on my iPhone. I'm still getting used to having to turn this thing on and off and adjust the volume and get all this done, and it totally just messed up with me. So, yeah.
That's okay.
So,
I was just hoping to hung up, and I looked up and I saw a look on your face and started laughing.
Yeah. So, that was those were some really good questions. That was a really cool stuff because like I like talking to especially people in the South because the South is so riddled with a crazy past, and then you had the dream and stuff, and so that was amazing. So I'll definitely be on Height and Learned at the Omen House because the Omen House has still got me worried, but I need to be spiritually more protected. So I'm gonna do a lot of meditation prior to Saturday and leaving. It's weird you mentioned the cemetery because right before I was planning to go to the Hollywood Forever, which is
Are you doing the Omen House this weekend?
This weekend.
Boy.
Yep. Doing the Omen House. Then next month is gonna be the Queen Mary, and then I might be driving with Murad to Tonopah to and there's a little project in the works that I was watching this documentary and it had me really intrigued. Now I'm not going to share the full details of what this is, but this one area we discovered in California and Nevada had 2,000 plane crashes over since World War One. So we are going to possibly think about investigating this place over the next year to come up with why and see what the paranormal aspect of these places are. And it's a large area, cover space.
Is that area on the California and Nevada border?
It covers more than that. It's almost the whole California Arizona border and extends further west and a little bit further east.
I think I know what you're talking about. I have a friend that does paranormal stuff, and her and her husband go out west all the time, and they've been over the years. Some of the places they've gone is absolutely crazy. I don't know how.
Yeah, so we're planning on possibly doing the investigation and how it relates to some of these plane crashes and kind of connecting the dots to where we go on this like trip. And we're thinking about taking a year to actually film this project.
Wow.
So it probably wouldn't start until either later this year or early next year. and then it would continue for a year, and we would actually connect the dots on all of this. It could start this year. We're still kind of talking about it, because there's some logical reasons why these planes went down, because of the wind factors rising up through the Sierra Nevada and whatnot. But there's a mysterious thing that surrounds it. Now, there's one area that we won't be able to access, and that's Area 51. Um, but around Area 51, there's been 50 plane crashes in that area alone. And some of those towns we can
Yeah.
investigate. So there will be some areas that I really like to go travel to and explore why those areas are what they are. And it includes a lot of haunted ghost towns within that area.
Oh wow. That's
So,
crazy.
yeah, a lot of abandoned ghost towns, abandoned mines. Yeah, I mean, it includes the area of the Donner Party, which is well documented as being incredibly haunted, but it's also at 9,000 feet of
Yeah.
elevation. So you have to get comfortable with hiking pretty high up and with a lack of oxygen.
Yeah. Oh. Hmm. That was great to do that. Well, remember a couple weeks ago, I was wearing experience recently. I was in the chat, and I
Hmm.
told you that my friends with a couple people from um TV show Book has to bring cases.
Sorry, say that again?
Have you ever seen the show Ghost Asylum or Haunted Life? They were doing live on Travel Channel on Facebook.
Oh, wow. That's cool. No, I haven't
Well,
seen
I'm
that.
friends. I'm friends on Facebook with two of the guys.
Oh, wow.
And they've gone to some pretty crazy places here in the United States. And that,
Yeah, Virginia
that
City is actually in that area as well. Virginia City, Nevada is in that area. That's another place I want to check out.
not for, I think someone else in the team, Needy and Stephanie Burke,
Hmm.
she's going to be going to, I'm not sure when on the Queen Mary, because he's got a video on his Instagram. And in the video it says on the Queen Mary that the theater is the most haunted spot on the Queen Mary. And they opened it up, I think, last year or something like that.
Actually, the most haunted spot in the Queen Mary is room B340, and there was a double homicide in that room, and it's listed on the top 10 most haunted places on Earth.
Sometimes then it's the
But
theater.
the theater is incredibly haunted. I've heard too. So is the pool area. Same with the corridor where the mechanical door killed two people. There's another. I mean, there's 300 plus deaths on the Queen Mary. People don't look at that history.
No, it's a very, very haunted strip.
Hmm.
It's like some of these Navy vessels that are retired in museums now. I would love to go on them because all the activity is on them. And you know they're all haunted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would love to get on the USS New Jersey. I would love that.
The USS North Carolina that's in Wilmington, North Carolina, where I was living. That ship had a torpedo that hit it during World War II and killed 42 people
Mm.
because it actually didn't explode all the way, but it exploded enough to kill almost everybody in the engine room.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
They actually had to tow it all the way from the Pacific to the Atlantic to get it back into the U.S. military port. And then they retired it officially in 1960s when they just brought it to Wilmington, and now it just sits as a museum in Wilmington, North Carolina. But there's another battleship in San Diego that's really cool and has a really interesting past, and I know it's haunted. And then we also plan to go to the Whaley House in San Diego, which is the most haunted hotel in California.
I never heard of that one.
The Whaley House, we plan on going. We're trying to find a way to get into a abandoned asylum. It's going to require a lot of permits and probably some health and safety, like outfits and equipment, um, which I can get access to. I have asbestos. I have friends that do asbestos. I could probably borrow one of their masks. Because I used to do asbestos work. I used to remove asbestos and do heating and air conditioning work. So I'm no stranger to hazardous conditions. I probably will have some kind of lung issue later down the road from the work that I used to do. Um, I already do actually. I fractured area in my back doing that job. So yeah, I mean it's repercussions. That's why I can't do any heavy lifting type work anymore. Well, at least for right now.
That's just how some people deal with that stuff. My neighbor, she made ceramics, but they're supposed to making ceramics.
Hmm.
She dealt with the powder to make it all in, and she's never had any lung problems.
Wow.
And
Some people
so,
don't,
like,
but if that asbestos gets into like the fiber form in your house, it can be disastrous. Because if it goes airborne into
I
fixed it.
lived in a house that had asbestos shingles on the outside,
Mm-hmm.
and my father-in-law took everything off and he wrapped it up and put it. I don't know where he put it.
Hmm.
He was one of those homeowners slash landlords that didn't give the people where to put stuff. So I don't know what he did with it, but he took it off the side of the house, put brand new siding on it, and years later ended up having lung problems and this and that. But he said, "Oh, this is fucking all the stuff to get."
Oh yeah. Have a good night, Bridget Cooler. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it.
I'm gonna hop off here and see something else on the phone.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it.
You're gonna have to keep me updated on how that goes this weekend, because that was just a crazy dream.
Yeah, that is a creepy dream, especially because I was considering going to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery before the investigation to do another video, and yeah, that's kind of worrisome.
And the thing is, in the dream, I couldn't tell who else you were with. That's what bothered me. I couldn't see who you. I could see people. I couldn't see the thing.
Hmm. Huh. That's definitely weird.
I couldn't tell if they're male or female because they're front facing me. I couldn't tell.
Hmm. Interesting. Hey, have a good night, Irish whiskey.
Night Irish whiskey.
Alrighty. Thank you for the 26 people watching, and thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll talk to you later, John.
Alrighty.
I'll probably hit you up Monday or Monday and Twitter.
Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. Bye. Alrighty, guys. The call line is open again. We officially hit 500 subscribers on Presence of the Unknown, the big 5. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Have you heard about the most haunted places are built over water sources? No, I haven't heard that. Thank you so much for the 49 likes, guys. We are one more away from yes. Let me get your. Let's see. Do I have your stuff already? Send me your email address again, Aerial Views UK. Don't believe I have you saved on here, so. Oh, okay. Conducting electricity. Okay, here we go. Two more likes away, guys, from 50 likes on the stream, guys. Please smash that like button. That's all I ask. You know how this works. I would really appreciate it if you guys smash that like button. We have 28 people in the house. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Here we go. And I sent you a link for the invite. Yep, I put it in right. So just waiting on. Hey, welcome to the stream.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm doing very well, sir. How about yourself?
A little bit tired, so I do have to apologise if I'm a little bit blurry-eyed. Let me just mute the sound on the stream. There we go. Yeah, I can hear you all right. That's all good.
Oh, thank you so much, Mod Squad Comedy. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Much appreciated. Yeah, guys, we just hit 50 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. So you had the floor. Did you have another story to share with us? I know we talked about last time that entity that you caught on camera. That was pretty wild.
Yeah, that is pretty strange. I think I've said about as much as I can about that in the last stream. To go over that again will take another 5 or 10 minutes. I do have a couple of other things I'd like to talk about. It does revolve around where I work, actually. It's quite a few odd stories about possible paranormal activity anyway, if you want to hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I work at a rock club called the Yardbirds in my hometown of Grimsby in Lincolnshire. Essentially, this place been open. I've worked there about 11 years. It's been open about 12, but the building itself has stood since the 1960s. Before that, it's located on Church Street, which obviously where the club is, used to be a church with a graveyard and everything on it. And the club where I work, essentially, it used to be called the hitching rail. Well, the hitching rail, you know, where you'd like tie up a horse. Yeah, essentially it burnt down, and the club I work for is a motorcycle club, and they bought the burnt out shell. And it's got two floors to it. One part of it's underground, and then there's like an above ground building. And then there's a flat above that. Essentially, the club itself has encountered. Well, people have reported numerous different things going on there. I've encountered a few myself. I'm happy to share all them stories of what people have told me and what I've experienced. If that's all good with you.
Wow, that's so they built a club on a graveyard.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like a really bad idea.
Yeah, essentially that church goes back to the 1700s, I believe. Demolished it and they built a club called the Hitching Rail. And then there's another bar underneath that, which is actually underground. So you have to take a staircase underground. But when the club bought it, the motorcycle club, they converted the upstairs bit into like the public rock club, and then the downstairs the underground bit they converted into their clubhouse for the members and whatnot. Yeah, I'll start as far back as the stories I'm told go. Essentially, when they'd first bought the club and was doing it up, all the downstairs was flooded. They drained it all out and started doing some decorating, and they'd often have like a beer down there while I was doing the place up. And essentially, one night, a few people had been talking, they'd seen weird things down there. So they decided to do a Ouija board down there. And
another great idea.
Yeah, apparently there was 3 or 4 of the members. The details are a little bit sketchy, but from what I'm told, there was going for a couple of minutes and it was seeming to work, giving answers and whatnot. And then all the light bulbs sort of started blowing. And then obviously they all left it and didn't do it again. The cleaner for the club, I'm not going to use any names here, but the cleaner for the club, she's the wife of one of the club members who lives above the Yardbirds in the flat that I was talking about. And she cleans the upstairs bar and the clubhouse. And one morning she was down there, she cleans the next day, early in the morning. She's down there on her own. And bearing in mind this is underground, she heard like old-fashioned music seeming to come through the walls. Yeah, like, you know, like on one of them old like brass type gramophones. She said it sounded like that. And obviously she was weirded out. This lasted for about a minute. And as she turned round in the far corner of the room, there was a woman, clear as day, in you know, like an old-fashioned style, like a pink dress, you know, like with a frilly bottom to it, just staring at her from across the room. She ran out in tears, and obviously went running upstairs to her husband to tell him what had happened. And to this day, she doesn't go downstairs on her own. Yeah, ever since. And that was about 9 or 10 years ago that happened. Even when she's cleaning, her husband comes down with her and just sits there with her while she's doing all the cleaning.
City Girl Country Heart asked, how old is the club?
The building itself goes back to the 1960s, so it's about 50 years old. But the way it is now as the Yardbirds Rock Club is 12 years old. But it's the same building, but it actually had a quite a substantial fire. And when the club bought it, it was a burnt out shell. And then they secured it all up and redecorated it, whatnot. But obviously, like I say, I've seen an aerial photo from before the church was demolished, and where the Yardbirds sits now is where the church was and the graveyard. So I don't know what they did with the graves or anything like that. I don't actually know, but yeah, that's very strange indeed. Yeah, another thing that happened, this was about 6 or 7 years ago. There's the sound guy, and me and him often like to have a few drinks, you know, as the night quietens down. And obviously I've worked there a long time. We're both trusted enough. And often the boss will say, you know, I've still got a drink in my hand, and so's he. And he's like, have a couple more, and when you're ready, just lock the doors and make sure everything's turned off, like, you know, we've already checked, make sure no one else is in the place. And I was stood round, obviously I'm on the serving side of the bar, and he was stood on the other side there. And we could hear noises coming from the back. It's like a backstage area, you know, like a band, like preparation area where they chill out and whatever before gigs and whatnot. And essentially we heard like a load of banging noises coming from there. We couldn't figure out what that was. So we went looking in there thinking someone was still in the building. Nothing was in there. And then came back to our drinks. All of a sudden the temperature dipped quite significantly. We was both absolutely freezing, and it was the middle of summer as well. It shouldn't have been cold in there. And by this time it was about 3 in the morning maybe. And as we stood there having a drink, we both turned at exactly the same time, saw like a black shadow. I don't know what it was. I only saw it out the corner of my eye. And it sounded like like I don't know, like hooves, like because from where the downstairs bit of the club is, there is like a concrete stairwell that comes from downstairs to upstairs. So we heard them sort of like almost like a clippity clop, you know what I mean? It was really, really strange. And obviously at the same time, we both turned. Obviously, his head turned that way. We're both there. And at the end of the bars, the door to the ladies' toilet, and it literally just swung open and just slammed shut again. And we was literally completely miffed as to what that was. There was no draft in the place. Them doors are like airtight, and there was all locked. Yeah, but it's very, very odd. And a few people have also mentioned to me when they've been in the place on their own, they've heard a weird like steps going up and down from downstairs to upstairs, and they've also seen that weird shadow, whatever it was, going towards the ladies' toilet door. So say from where I'm stood at the bar, over as I'm looking over there would be the like across the club would be the entrance from downstairs, and then directly to my left, right down the far side of the bar, would be the entrance to the ladies' toilet there. And a few people have all said they've seen that weird black flash like run or move really quickly towards the ladies' toilet door. There's been at least 3 people who've told me that, and that was me and me mate who works there as well. You know, we told barely like nobody about it, but people come to me now and again and they tell me about it. And then there's another one. I run a second YouTube channel, and essentially the premise is that me and a girl who I work with, we basically rock up, you know, set the bar up, and generally we've got we do like drinking challenges. And things like that, you know, like disgusting drinks. And sometimes we do videos where we come up with nice drinks and whatnot. And the same lady, the lady who cleans the upstairs and downstairs of the club, she sits in because she lets us in and whatnot on permission of my boss, that we show up and we set the cameras up and just record us messing about. The language is pretty terrible, to be fair. You know, as it is just doing drinking challenges. It's a complete far cry from the aerial views channel. And one night, well, it was day, it was about 4 p.m, came in, set the cameras up as we do, went outside for a ciggy just while we talked about what ideas we had that would sort of research through the week, closed the back door up, and then we had that same thing, load of loud banging sounds coming from backstage where there's like a kitchen area, settees, a TV, and then there's an entire like bunkhouse and bathroom as well with about 12 bunk beds in it, you know, for if bands want to stay over and whatnot. So we literally was like, what was that? We was literally like just about to start the first video and couldn't work it out. So we all went creeping through to the back. You know, sort of quite worried as to what it was, because we thought from the sound of it, someone was smashing the place up. You know, like it sounded like someone was literally had broke in and was destroying things. And as soon as we approached the door, all the sound stopped, which was really odd. So we came back through, sort of miffed after we'd had a look round and checked the bathroom area. There's nobody in there. There's no door in or out that wouldn't go past us. And then obviously we came back, and then we heard in the ladies' toilet, we heard the toilet flush, right, which is quite odd. So we sort of went in there to investigate, and all the toilet rolls had been taken off the holders, and there was put on top of the cistern, you know, like the top of the toilet where the handle is and whatnot. They'd all been put on there. And Ali had only, sorry, I've used her name, but she only cleaned the club earlier that day, and she said it was all just in there where they should have been. As we went in, there was all on top of the thing, windows shut, only one door in or out, no one was in there, but we'd heard the toilet flush and all the toilet rolls had moved to the top of these cisterns. Yeah, so we came back, tried lining it up again, and then at this point, the girl who I work with needed the toilet. So she says, "Oh yeah, I need the toilet, but I'm a bit spooked out now, like, because there was still the odd weird shuffling sound going about, and I think we'd sort of hyped ourselves up to a level of quite high paranoia at that point. So they both went into the disabled toilet together. It's quite roomy. You know what girls are like. They just sort of natter away, don't they? Go to the toilet together. And I was stood there just in front of the camera, sort of like waiting for him to come out. And my backpack was on the side, and it literally just flew off the side and landed on the floor in the entranceway to the bar. I mean, it cleared a good couple of feet off the side. And obviously I jumped over it to get out the bar, and I was banging on the disabled toilet door like, get out here now, I am getting freaked out. So they came out, and the bag was there, and I was like, it's just so weird. And every time we was about to start recording, just before we'd hit the button, there'd be a bang from the backstage area. So we'd go and investigate. There's nothing there. Come back out. So we thought we just need to just ignore it, basically. So we set the camera up. We had our 3 videos that we wanted to do, and set it recording. Got our videos done, despite all of these weird goings on. And then obviously once we was done, went home. I was a little bit, drunk at that point, because we do some crazy drinking challenges. Got home, I put the memory card in my PC, and the memory card was completely corrupted beyond repair. And I do file recovery as well, and this thing was absolutely trashed. Straight out the camera, into the computer, never worked again, that memory card.
Wow.
So whether that actually captured anything on it, or it was some sort of interference,
It corrupted it.
I don't know, but that is what happened, and that memory card doesn't work to this day. I had to go buy a new one. Yeah, that's very, very strange indeed. And still to this day, whenever people are in there on their own, they report a very uneasy feeling when they're in there, like they're being watched, and occasionally see the black shadow, go from that way to that way. Yeah, I did forget to mention when me and my friend heard that like clippity clop type hoof sound from coming up the stairs, and then the black flash on the wall in between that stairwell and the ladies' toilet is what's like a poster wall of all the upcoming bands. And as that thing went past, 3 or 4 of the posters actually came off the wall when that happened. And these things are like proper blue tacked on, Yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. I sort of said about my granddad and everything like that before. And I thought you might have just been interested in hearing what I had to say,
That was absolutely incredible, man. I really appreciate that story. That place is incredible.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange things that go on. Yeah, yes, indeed.
Well, thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. And man, I gotta get you on that Saturday show. It's probably gonna be after January. It's probably gonna start with the interviews back up in February. I've been writing so many other programs right now and trying to work on 2 different channels, and this other project that we're working on, plus some other investigations I'm doing a lot of the history research for. So it's been a lot of work, and I just haven't gotten time to do a lot of the interviews that I used to do on this channel. But I will get back to doing that. But thank you so much for sharing that, man. I'd definitely love to have you in February.
Yeah, man. Well, just let me know. You got me on Hangout, so you know how to get hold of me anyway. Whenever you like, I'm pretty much, I can make myself available. Let me put it that way.
Cool, man. I'll probably give you like tweaked notice. I will probably try to schedule you for like, if you can, like a Saturday in the afternoon for your time, because it's going to be probably morning my time here in the United States. So
yeah, well, to be fair, if it's on a Saturday, I work down the club every Friday and Saturday night on UK time. So if you wanted to do midday to late on your time, that's fine with me, because I'll make sure I'm home in time to be on.
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm not doing an investigation, I'd love to do that.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, man. Well, have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for coming on again. Awesome story.
Thank you very much. I wish you all the best, and I'll catch you again real soon. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
No problem. Thank you so much. Take care. All right, guys. There we go. Guys, so the call line is open again. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. That was pretty awesome. Hey, Leon Ladybug, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. 25 people watching this late at night. We are going into the second hour. So we'll be ending the stream here around 2 a.m. On my time, 5 a.m. Eastern. So let's see here. It is getting pretty late, but I'm going to go as long as I possibly can. So I got to keep up with the story. So if you guys have one and you haven't shared it yet, you can call into that number if you're in the US. If you're in the UK, I understand about the call and how expensive it is. You can ask me, I can add you to Hangouts. I don't remember if I said it or not. Oh, gotcha. Coffee, John, coffee. Oh, I've drank 4 shots of espresso tonight. I'm wide awake. Yes, great story. Hans said, John Rebel. I'm not tired by any means. I'm going to make it 3 hours tonight. I can tell you that right now. Hey, Belinda Ostrom, how you doing? Good to see you. Coffee. Yeah, I actually don't have any coffee here. I think I have some green tea, but I don't have any coffee. Oh, no problem, Tara. Hey, Monty P. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Really appreciate it. Currently, we are at 55 likes. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the love and support. We are back almost to 30 people watching, so that is awesome. Great to have people come back and keep watching the stream. That is awesome sauce. Yeah, let's see real quick. Lulu, love you. Have a great rest of your night. It was so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. I totally didn't see you when you entered, but much love and light. Take care, my friend, and I will look forward to seeing you very soon. Yeah, no problem, Aerial Views in UK. I know you got to go to bed, but thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. All right, that was just a fake yawn. No, just playing. I'm starting to crash from the coffee a little bit, but not too bad. Oh, happy birthday, M Life Kids and Videos. M and Kids Life Video. Sorry. Happy birthday. That is awesome. Yes, I know. I yawned. All right, guys. Call line is open. Yeah, White Wolf. Perfect. Awesome. I haven't heard from you in a while, actually. That would be pretty cool. All you got to do is dial that number. The call line is open. Call in with your number, 805 556 87. Yeah, I'm starting to crash finally from that coffee. I drank it a little prematurely just so I could stay up because I was like falling asleep at work. All right, we got a call from Virginia. Assuming this is probably the White Wolf.
Atlantis Paranormal.
Oh.
To accept, press 1.
All right, we got Atlantis Paranormal. Hey, welcome, Atlantis. Good to see you.
Hey, John, how's it going?
Good. Last time you called, there was all this crazy paranormal activity going on in my house.
That's kind of the story of my life. Let's see what happens.
Let's get interesting.
That's right.
Alrighty. Well,
Well,
thank you so much for
First,
calling
I'm
in.
really excited for your Queen Mary visit. I'm really
Yes.
excited for that. That's one of my most favorite things ever, and I hope you film as much as you can.
Oh, trust me, I got the night vision GoPro set up where it's the action cam that shoots in IR and full spectrum 4K. Then I have the actual GoPro, and I'm actually gonna get a gimbal before the trip. So, and then I have 3 memory cards, so I'm gonna get some footage. Let's just put it that way. And actually, I'm gonna probably ask to borrow some of Murad's drone footage because he's bringing his new drone.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if he can. And Paranormal Wales UK is actually coming from the UK. I highly suggest getting a GoPro. I just got the Hero 6 Black, and it is absolutely amazing. I've been doing all my new vlogs with it. I'm going to be trying to do some nature videos and stuff like that with it, some more cemetery videos. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up soon. The GoPro is going to be coming in handy. So anyway, it's not about me. It's about Atlantis Paranormal. He is on the show there.
Well, it's your stream, but which one would you like to hear about? I have so much to tell.
Oh, I know, because he's an investigator, so well, obviously paranormal's in his name. So I've watched one of your streams the other day. It was wild.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. We're going to try to do another stream tomorrow evening.
Okay, cool. I'll definitely try to make that one.
One of the other experiences I had recently that I was trying to express to you. So you've used an FRS radio before in your investigation, so you kind of know how walkie-talkie works.
Oh yeah.
When you press the button, you do not hear the other party. When you let go, you can hear the other party, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So I'm an amateur radio operator, so I was talking on VHF, and I think that is it's a really interesting experience. If you've ever seen anything like the desk mics and the hardware that you use for that kind of stuff, it's not your typical like TV jump, right? This is federal, it's ham, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to a friend of mine about 2 miles down the road, and we were talking about the new ICOM 7300 or whatever that's going to come out this year that's a VHF radio. And he said, "Hey, is there someone else there?" And I said, "No." He said, "I just heard someone say hello through my mic on my desk over the air." That's crazy.
Wow.
Twice. Imagine that.
That's pretty wild. That doesn't surprise me because when we were doing that investigation at the Green Hotel, something actively took over our walkie-talkie not once but 3 different times. It growled at us. It was actually using as an EMF and an EVP recorder. So basically, it would hit that button. If we got close to it, it kept sounding like we hit the button. It would beep before it would go and try to connect to the other person. And so the closer we got, the more beeping it became. It became like a sensor. Then when we got right up to it, it went like that, and it freaked the hell out of us. Then it said, "Don't go," and then it said, "Get out." And dude, we were like, dude, this place. That place was wild. But the growl, like that was like a perfect sound of what it sounded like. It flipped us out. I'm like, I'm out of here.
I'm pretty sure I watched that video because I saw the guy with the FRS. And that's UHF. It's on 462 megahertz. Mm-hmm. And that's a pretty interesting phenomenon right there.
Yeah. So that was when Joe and I and Cynthia were at the Green Hotel in Shafter, California, and that place was crazy. That place had a lot of activity. That's actually where we caught the full apparition on camera.
I mean, that's one thing I can say for sure is spirits can definitely, or whatever it is, if it's not spirits, it's aliens or whatever they are, but something can influence technology. There's no doubt about that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, the spirits are actually a ball of energy. Basically, they are ectoplasmic, and they're conductive. They pull in energy from the surrounding area. So naturally, they're gonna. What the hell was that? I hate this house. Like sometimes, like I'm not joking. Like you hear like it sounds like stuff is underneath the floors here all the time. And it's been like that now for like 3 weeks.
Well, I can attest to that too. See, we've been doing a lot of stuff. We just didn't make it all public.
Right.
But I would set up like 4 HD cameras, a night vision camera, and when I go to work, me and Salem, the other Atlantis team member, we would watch these cameras overnight while I'm at work, and we would hear, like, I had a Deer Park water bottle sitting on a table, and that's a very distinct sound when you crinkle it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're sitting there watching these cameras, and we're hearing like, bam, and we hear crinkle, crinkle, and we're like, what is that? We could see every direction in there, and there's no explanation for it at all. The bottle didn't move, but you hear the sound. We heard the sound of someone sat down in the chair, but the chair never moved. That's
I just
crazy,
got
right?
a massive burst of energy sitting right here. Like something spiritual is very, very close to me right now.
Well, if anyone sees the hands waving in the camera and all that crazy stuff that happened last time, I'm watching, but the volume's turned down.
Oh, I'm watching too right now. Thank you for the 31 people in the house, but there's something going on right now in this house. Always happens this late at night. It always happens, especially when I'm talking to other paranormal groups. But right now, I mean, I just got hit with the most intense energy, and it happens like this once in a while. And it literally almost brings me to tears. Like, it's intense, and it's a very raw, powerful, crazy emotion. And I know I'm protected because I'm wearing my holy cross around my neck. But holy shit, that was powerful. Like, I felt that through my whole body, from my head to my toes.
Well, you know what you should do the next time you use the SB7, just for giggles. You should bring out the SB7 and
I'm not.
If you know,
I'm not bringing that in my house. Absolutely not.
Well, wherever you go, wherever you do it, you should just for giggles ask this question one time to see what happens. I've tried this with 2 other people, and the responses are pretty weird. So ask the spirit box, have you heard of Atlantis Paranormal? Do you know CJ from Atlantis Paranormal? One person that did that, the spirit responded, or the SB7 responded immediately, we all do.
Wow. I was doing an amazing spirit box session. I was actually using, I know he's kind of blacklisted in the paranormal community, but I was using Huff's new SED2 software. And I mean, I had something confirm what it had said onto my K2 meter. And I still can't disprove it no matter how hard I try. It wasn't random radio waves because it was a direct reply to what we were speaking about. And I said, yeah, I think that spirits can communicate with one another at vast distances. And it said literally not 2 seconds later, coast to coast EVPs. We looked at each other on the live stream for about 10 seconds, dead on quiet. And like and all of a sudden we just get all these wows from all the people in the comments. And I was like, no way it just said that. Because he was in New York, I was in California.
We'll set quiet for just a few seconds. Tara wants to see if they can hear something.
Holy shit.
Did you hear anything?
No, I feel it. And it's very, very powerful. Very sad.
you think that's the entity that's in your house?
Yo, yeah. I think this is the spirit of the lady who was murdered in the house behind us by her husband. No, it's not me tapping. This is why it sucks to be empathic.
You know, just as a question, have you ever like tried to just tell her it's okay, you can move on, it's
I've
okay?
tried.
You know?
She just doesn't understand because they were married for like 20 years. But it was an abusive relationship all the way through. I think it was just a very codependent. Good idea. I think a prayer would be really, really important. Lonely. Like, dude, it takes my breath away. Like, I'm not joking, and I'm not faking this, guys. It's very, very intense for me at times. Um, like even Green Bay, dude. I just heard like a sound.
I was just going to say, I'm watching the stream, and where that door is open, there was just some movement in the light yellowish part of that door to your shoulder there.
Really? I keep feeling like something is breathing in my house. I keep hearing this sound. And I heard it in my bedroom one night, and that's when I decided to do that live stream because I was utterly freaked out. Okay, there's gotta be a fucking window open. That's why I hate this house sometimes.
Your camera's starting to glitch out a little bit.
Are you serious?
Stuff like that. A little bit, yeah.
I'm not tapping. I'm typing. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do that, our Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl around this world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. God, our Father, Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thy is the kingdom, the power, and glory forever and ever. Amen. If there's any evil spirits here that are trying to harm or affect me, I ask you to leave this house immediately and leave me alone. I am sick of playing this game. You are not welcomed here. Yes, I ordered like $60 worth of crystals, and they still have not arrived. So I got to figure out from the buyer where that is.
I mean, just for the record, I want you to know we're not like devil worshippers or anything.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
very kind, polite people. So I don't, you know, it doesn't follow me around like that. You know what I mean?
No, this is what's in my house already. This thing that it comes and goes, and at times it's quiet, at times it's very active. It affects all of my technology in my house, and it randomly does some crazy weird shit. But it seems to always get active when I'm close to like talking to other investigators, especially you. That one night when the whole camera started spiraling out, that was crazy. And then remember that thing that I noticed? I was like, "What the hell was that?" And you actually see this spot go from left to right in the doorway.
I think the craziest part about that stream, because this kind of stuff happens when I talk to Salem a lot, but you were talking on the phone and it was pressing the DTMS button, like it was pressing those buttons while you were talking. I'm watching you. You never touched the phone, and those buttons were being pressed. That's crazy.
Wow.
It's in your stream. You should go check it out. But that happened to me in Salem one time when we were discussing the Samantha house, and then that started happening.
Yeah, it's nuts. Has Dude, ever since I said that prayer, oh, never mind. There's something really cold right here. It just developed a cold spot, and then I just saw an orb fly up. That was dust.
Well, I wanted to share one more thing with you real quick. There's a couple files I got to send you. You got to hear them. That I went back to the Samantha house with the Tascam recorder, and we were just talking in their kitchen, and an EVP says paranormal like that. It's so weird. We weren't even talking about paranormal, and this EVP out of nowhere, as we're talking, says paranormal.
Yeah, it feels like somebody's putting their hand on my back.
Well, hopefully the blinds won't move.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for letting me call in.
Yeah, no problem.
Hope you have a great morning.
All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story, man. I really appreciate it.
You have a great night.
All right. Thank you so much. Take care, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. So thank you guys. Thank you, Atlantis Paranormal, for coming on. I really appreciate your time. Fortunately, when you talk, think, or work with it. Yeah. Yeah, I've blessed this house. I've saged it. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff to try to cure this house. There's just always a remnant energy here. Yeah, it's got to go, but it doesn't. Y'all are funny. Thumbs up. Yes. Yeah. Hey, CMBW72. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. We're just 2 away from 60 likes on the stream. Hey, Rebecca C is back. Good to see you. The energy tonight is very strong. So the call line is open, you guys. We are at 163 views for this stream, so it's a little bit smaller of a stream tonight than last week, but that's okay. Do you ever hear humming? I hear like deep breathing coming from in my room late at night sometimes. I just heard humming. Not a smaller stream, just some more intimate. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Aerial views in UK, very, very true. Yeah, I don't show fear. I'm not scared of what's in this house because I know that demonic energy is gone. It used to be so bad that my TV would turn off late at night, and I used to start having poltergeist activity in my house. That's when I lost my shit, and I did not want it in there. Yes, your camera went blurry tonight. Wow. Whoa. Was that a laugh? Huh? A laugh? Whoa. Was that a... Okay, very, very true. Yeah, I don't show fear. I'm not scared of... Whoa! That was crazy. What the hell was that? Not a smaller stream, just some more intimate. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Aerial views in UK, very, very true. Yeah, I don't show fear. I'm not scared. Oh my god, that creeps me out. Yeah, I'm not trusting it. Yeah, I know. Now I need to go check tonight. I heard it, but I dismissed it. Wow. Sounded like a female's left. That's what I heard. It sounded like a woman. Holy hot dogs. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't like my house. Dude. Okay. Oh, I can find it again. Yes, your camera went blurry tonight. Wow. Whoa. Was that a laugh? I hear like deep breathing coming from in my room late at night sometimes. I just heard humming. So there's the first weird thing. Not a smaller stream, just some more intimate. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Aerial views in UK, very, very true. Yeah, I don't show fear. I'm not scared of. Oh man, that freaks me out. Yeah, it was somewhere at like the 2 minute or 2 hour and 26 minute mark. Yeah. Mm. Who are the two girls that are in your house? Honestly, I don't know anymore. Sometimes I don't even know what's in my own house. And I really kind of don't want. Yeah, it's not a child. Trust me. If you think it's a child, it's not. Because there used to be a child spirit, or what I thought was a child spirit in my house named Rose. And I don't think it was a child spirit. I think it was something a little more evil. That's why I don't bring a spirit box in my house anymore. I promise you, I do not play with any dark energy. But I used to do a lot of sessions in my house. It didn't sound right. And it could be the trick. It could be the crazy lady. That was a woman, yes. That is awesome evidence. Thank you so much for pointing that out, Atlantis Paranormal. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a lady in my house. Hey, Earth Angel, what's going on? Yeah, it wasn't a child. It wasn't a child. Paranormal World Investigators, it's not a child. I can tell you that straight off the bat. This was something a little more than that. Think it's Janet. Mm. Yeah, and it's very strong energy here. Humming sounded like an older female. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't wear my headphones as loud. I hear a clear female laugh. Yeah. So, if y'all don't believe that my house is haunted, think again. That was clear evidence right there. That was a clear Class A EVP that you guys actually picked off of this mic right here because that is the mic that is hooked up to the string. Effing with you tonight, but I feel like there's a man there too, and that could be the man who killed his wife. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That kind of took me back. Oh, okay, that was just the air conditioner. Yeah. This is why I don't mess with the spirit box in my house, because I don't need to know what's in this house anymore. I know it is haunted. It's not a matter like, could it be? It is. I don't make this stuff up for views. I could care less about the views. I want to document real evidence of my haunted house. That is why I created this channel. What was this EVP catching on and what's going on? It was a woman laughing. I'll try to find it after this video and timestamp it so you guys can go back and replay it. It was pretty awful. It's real, bro. I trust you. Uh, I would, if that was my house, I would tell them to go. Well, I can do that. Yeah, it was a real time EVP, exactly. Yeah. Well, plus, I mean, they had the blind video. That was intense too. I could actually show the blind. Oh. You guys can go look at the blind evidence. It's time stamped on After Dark #4. You guys can watch that one. There's so many, and also it wasn't this week's Let's Hear Your Scariest Ghost Stories or last week's. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a different banner than it is now. It was more of like a hazy looking cemetery banner, and there was actually 2 of them because I was having issues with that stream. The one I was on interviewing Atlantis the last time, that one was crazy. It's not funny, but sorry guys, the energy in this house is so strong right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The lighting dramatically changed because the air conditioning went on. The air conditioning takes a lot of energy to get started here. It's a little bit older of a unit. Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's not a child spirit. I can 100% guarantee you. The last time that I thought it was a child spirit, it was a demon. So I don't trust it. Children, in my mind, have an immediate place in heaven if they die, unless they were born truly evil. There was no death of any child on this property. Oh, it's the same shit that's going on in your house? Yeah, I don't like it. Sometimes this energy in this house just absolutely takes your breath away. It's making me tear up. I'm very susceptible to energy. I can feel the emotions of those who died. And tonight it's very, very intense. Yeah, it could be a very bad trickster spirit or worse. Cleanse your house, please. Will be, I'm talking to you. Make sure your house is cleansed. It's often a trickster if it's thinking it's a children. I'm sorry if y'all think they die and go to other places. No, a lot of the spirits that are not in the book of life, it's, I mean, a lot of the spirits that do just continue to sin according to the Bible often stay here wandering the earth, wondering who they are and what happened to them. They often lose the identity of themselves after years and years of being dead. They kind of just lose their mind in sense, and they lose their source of identity and humility and humanity, and they just become kind of like zombie spirits that just kind of wander around, not being able to move on because they're stuck on this like earthly purgatory and they can't move. And I think that's what I'm dealing with. Child doesn't need to die at your home. Yeah. No. Paranormal world investigators, I believe you. I believe you, but I can say out of personal experience, this is an older woman and she likes to play games. Okay. Well, gotcha. No problem. Paranormal world investigators. There's one child spirit that I've actually ever contacted and actually got confirmed, and that was the spirit of Rose in Los Alamos. But I know she didn't follow me home. Yes, earthbound spirits. Yeah, it definitely sounded like a woman. Yes. It's that we all have different religious beliefs and different beliefs on what is included in the paranormal. I can actually breathe. And this isn't because I'm tired. I'm legitly going through something that I can't necessarily explain in detail sometimes. It's just so much power. And that's what's making me nervous about the Omen House because of what happened in that neighborhood. Thank you for the 60 thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You just got to pray, man. You got to be stronger than what's in your home. You got to pray your ass off to God, to whatever higher power you believe in. Something will answer your prayers, but you need to pray in something greater than yourself or you're doomed. And who can talk about this stuff? Oh, yeah. No. See, people believe me when I talk about this stuff. Like, I haven't heard many people tell me that they think I'm crazy. I mean, everybody's got to have haters and non-believers, but so what? If I know this to be true from the bottom of my heart, and it proves in the Bible that this exists. Actually, quantum physics actually proves that spirits exist too. I'm going to go anyway. Sorry, I upset you. I just wanted to state what I see. No, no problem. Everybody has their own unique. Everybody has their unique views on what it could be and what it could be. I could be wrong too. I mean, it could be a child spirit. I don't know. But from what I feel, it is the older woman and the younger female that was killed by her husband. You hear the humming. Huh. Yeah, you don't have to leave, Sherry. I didn't mean by any offense. I just know the spiritual stuff that goes into my home. And I always have an average of 3 to 5 spirits in my home at any given time. I opened a portal stupidly, not being careful and being inexperienced with the spirit box. And I'm screwed because I don't know how to close that portal. I've tried. I've looked up how to do it. Oh yeah, she loves to make it. She loves to make her presence known. Yep. Get your place and yourself blessed. I had a demon in my place. Woke up at night with scratches. And at one point, my husband got possessed, and I've never been so scared. Yeah. See, I almost got to the point of possession. I got scratched every night for about 2.5 weeks straight. across my throat, my forehead, my wrists. My hand was actually scratched so bad it was coated my pillow with blood. Did you get rid of all your mirrors? No. But I don't look at mirrors at night too, so here we go with that feeling again. This is so intense. And my camera just glitched a little bit. Like my camera doesn't have like an autofocus type mode to it. So I don't know what this is. Camera doesn't have like a here's her pulls, but it's not that. There's a portal like opened up in my hallway somewhere. I feel. Or in this room, because where the lady died is actually where I used to do a lot of my spirit box sessions. So it very well could be this room has a majority of the activity. There could be a portal in there or in this living room. Yeah. Yeah, I know. This house is intense. But I mean this place provides me with as a paranormal investigator, I find it intriguing. I put myself through this stuff to go through this house and feel the stuff that I feel, to document it and analyze it and go over it in detail and try to get people that don't believe in this to look at it and go like, I can't debunk that. But it's very draining, as you can tell. I feel exhausted right now after going through this, and I've had 4 espresso shots. Hate this, but I know it's real. Yep. Thank you for the 27 people watching. I know it is almost 2 a.m. It is almost 5 a.m. Eastern. Done. Use a red brick and Himalayan salt. I've used Himalayan salt. I have put that around my doorways before, and I actually put it around the perimeter of my house. And I've saged in my house, and I've put up crystals, and I've done crosses across my house. I've done prayers, holy water, holy oil. I've had a pastor come over to my house to do an exorcism. Trust me, I have done everything in the book to get rid of what's here. Well, that think I am completely nuts about even thinking about the paranormal. They look at me like I have 2 heads. I know. Nearly 10 a.m. my time. Wow. Red brick, no, I have not. Red brick, I have not done yet, but that's something I will consider. I think you should stay in the house. You probably miss all the spiritual activity. I know, seriously, huh? Yeah. Okay. So I mixed the red brick dust with the salt. Is that what it is? Yeah, will be. That's crazy. I hear you, man. I heard like clicking sound coming from the kitchen. Oh, like a voice of wow, that's crazy. See, WB72. It could. Yeah, I'm not setting this place on fire. Will be. I'm not an arsonist. I won't do it. You can get in huge trouble. Plus, I could catch somebody else's house on fire. Or talk to a priest and have them come over and anoint you with oil and cleanse your place. I've been baptized in 2015. I used to teach Sunday school. Like I used to be heavily involved in the church. I've felt really out of place since I moved back here to California. All right, thank you so much, Frozen Fury 009. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate you coming and sharing your love. Do appreciate it. Um, Thank you for the 30 people watching. Still, it is very late. I am going to be off soon. I feel really bad about leaving 30 people in here, but I'm very tired. I'm very drained. Sending you energy. Thank you, TCTV. I really appreciate it. But that laughter, I mean, is super duper creepy. What did you guys think about that? I mean, that gave me the chills. Feel out of place? How so? Did I say I feel out of place? Have a good night, City Girl Country Heart. Good night, Sharpshooter. Okay, take care. Good night, City Girl Country Heart. Much love. Thank you so much for calling in. What? What happened to the camera? I hope I didn't cause too much trouble when I called in. Yeah, I don't. Wait, what happened? Oh man, I'm gonna watch the last 30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna watch the last minute here. It is super duper creepy. What did you guys? Feel out of place? How so? Did I say I feel out of place? Have a good night, City Girl Country Heart. Good night, Sharpshooter. Okay, take care. Good night, City Girl Country Heart. Much love. Thank you so much for calling in. What? What are you guys talking about? I didn't see anything in the footage. No. I saw a flick, but I wasn't sure if it was my eyes. Just look over the live carefully later, yeah. For sure. Well, I really appreciate all your. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm stronger, and I know God is here with me, protecting me in this house. So I know I'll be protected. It's intense, you guys. Joe's even uneasy in this house. Cynthia won't come here. And I have a few friends that won't walk in this house. You look drained out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I feel drained out. Yeah, I know. I need to go rest. I'm going to be on for about 8 more minutes, guys. Who is on right now? I can send you guys somewhere else. Not too many big channels. We're live right now. I could really send you guys to. But really don't want to leave here. I know. I made it 3 hours tonight, which is pretty rad. Well, I'm glad you guys got to hear that evidence. And my camera just glitched out again. I just saw that. That laughter, I don't know what you guys thought about that. But that laughter creeped me out. Out of all the things that happened tonight and all the energy that I felt tonight, that laughter flipped me out. I'm glad that I don't feel crazy. That you guys were there to bear witness to that event. I have clear EVPs that come over my house. I might try to make like a compilation vlog of all the times that weird shit has happened in my house. I know I have the software to do it now, so I think I'm going to try to do that. All the crazy things that I catch on my live streams. Probably not going to be a very long video. Maybe I'll talk about some of the stuff that's caught. But yeah, I think I am definitely going to put something together. There's obviously some stuff that I won't be able to post because of that demonic situation, but I'm going to try to post some of that stuff. Oh, Shot Girl is live. Okay, guys, I think we should go raid Shot Girl. Okay, thank you, Sherry. She said Himalayan pink salt and black salt. I heard the child. See a woman standing right behind you. I see a male running around near the female. Wasn't saying, but you didn't hear. Okay, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of energy here. I'm not gonna lie. The male could be one of the two negative spirits, Chris or Zach, who used to terrorize me. They were evil spirits that used to terrorize me because I opened that portal through the spirit box. Mother Nature is live too. Okay. I'm gonna do Shock Girl. Shock Girl deserves it. So guys, hashtag HSFL raid. Wow. Frozen Fury already beat me to it. Hashtag HSFL raid. Hey, James, can you post the link for Shock Girl? Oh, there it is. Okay, guys, click that link and go to hashtag HSFL raid. All right, I already put her in her chat. Let's listen in.
Hi, John. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, Kim.
Sharpshooter, what up?
Sharpshooter. Woohoo. James, my brother. Diddy girl.
Oh, I hear a lot crazier stuff in my house. I have in the past.
Tara. Thank you all for coming in. How awesome of you guys. Paranormal. Oh, Sherry. Sherry, you're in my channel. This is me. I love you. Earth Angel, thank you. I love to use it support. I will support you back.
Guys, put in hashtag HFL raid if you haven't already.
Paranormal World Investigator Sherry. Yes, this is me. You got me. I don't go live very often, Sherry. But I love you. Thank you so much for coming. This is great, you guys. Oh my God, just right the shit out of me. Atlantis.
Come on, guys. We still have 20 viewers in here. I know some of you guys are watching both
John,
streams.
thank you so much for doing that. I love you so much. BMWB, thank you.
Paranormal World Investigators.
Keep rating, guys.
Guys, this is so nice of you, John. You are so sweet to do this. I just came live because I was bored.
Oh, sorry. Hold on, guys.
Well, I need to know I'm talking like everybody.
No problem, Shot Girl.
Fury, you know how much I love you. Rock, dude. Kim, love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you.
I was like, why is the chat not moving? And I just looked and it just said, I was like, damn. I just see the same things and I was like, why is it not moving? And I scrolled up and said,
Me and Carla laughed about it. It was a type.
All right, guys. I think that we are going to try I think this is the only raid I'm going to do tonight. I'll get Mother Nature another night. I've got her channel a few times, guys. I'm really tired. I'm going to go to bed. So I'll get Mother Nature another night, but guys, you should go support Mother Nature as well. Go tell her I said hi. I might stop by her channel, but I'm going to go to bed. So I hope everybody has a great night. Much love and light. We made it to our 3 hours tonight. So take care and remember to keep it spooky, my friends.